usually think I look very good in photographs, but I love it. Again, the puffed out cheeks. What the hell? Damn it. Yeah. This is the Palladium. I'm pretty sure this was the Summer Nationals that Epitaph had us do. We headlined one night, Pennywise headlined one night, and then NoFX headlined one night with special guests Bad Religion. It's kind of funny, but it was 3 nights in a row with the Palladium, just kind of celebrating, the rise of our whole scene and all the bands on the label. And I think it was a brilliant thing for Brett to do, and really a lot of fun. We had Jack and Ron from TSOL come out and play with us. And at some point I realized I don't need to be up here anymore. There's too much greatness on this stage. So I did a stage dive and really fucked my back up. So then right back on tour the next day. Did we ever discover where this is, Jonah? This is us at the Whiskey. We had a big argument about where this was last night. This is the Whiskey. I think this is also the Whiskey. Same show, looks like it. Weird angle. And I don't know when that would have been. I still have the long hair, so definitely 94. I don't know if this was just an Offspring show or the first time we played there. I know we played. It was for a surf movie. It was a Momentum 2 release, and we played with Sublime that night. But like Pennywise and a lot of the Epitaph bands had music in the movie, so we got to do that. So it could have been that, or it could have been our own show. I think we did do it's all a blur. I don't even remember, but I know we played the Whiskey. And at one point I took my shirt off. I don't do that anymore. No one wants to see that anymore. We did a Rock for Choice thing. I think that would have been 96 when we did that. I think we were working on Ixnay on the Ombre, but we got to hang out with Iggy Pop, or at least Dexter did. I got to hang out with Tim. That seemed like a good cause to be a part of, and still does. There's the set list for it. What else? That guitar, I was kind of surprised to see it here because it was in the studio up until a couple of months ago. We use that, I guess we use that a lot on Smash, but really mostly we use that now for clean sounding guitar stuff. It's just a really pretty and very expensive and kind of like a custom made guitar, one of the few ones we've ever owned of that. And so I was kind of surprised to see it here, but it looks good. Any questions about any of this stuff?
I have a question.
Okay.
Almost 40 years of history, we never told about releasing a biography on a book or something like by the original.
We only started to. We started to talk about doing that. Yeah, that's kind of the thing you do when you're old and about to retire, and we don't feel like we're there. So we're still having too much fun. When I'm jumping around or playing with these guys, I still feel like a kid. So, yeah. But Dexter and I have started kind of kicking the idea around. We should maybe let somebody do that, or actually maybe do even like a documentary, kind of like Metallica did one 15 years ago, right? And they're still kids jumping around on stage. So maybe we'll do something like that. Yeah. There is some cool stuff in here too. Oh, and the lyrics and all this stuff changed. There's some song listings on here. Songs like Cogs, which is Gotta Get Away. There's Man on a Mission, I think, or Man on a Wheel. Man on a Wheel, I think that ended up being Smash, the final song on the record. So all that stuff's kind of cool, how things changed. Dexter's actual briefcase, he used to take that to school and on tour. A couple of 2-inch tapes that we recorded on back in the day. I remember working with Tom Wilson. His name's on there, Tom W. Working on songs with him, and when you wanted to edit something, you had to listen back and forth, find the spot. Like we cut out a solo section out of a song off Ignition. It just didn't need a solo. It was Take It Like a Man. And the solo was done anyway. So we took cut the part out, and we just kind of put the tape in and cut it. They had to figure out where it was. Now it's just click and drag. It's so easy on computers, but back then it was all back in the Stone Age, it was all on 2-inch tape like this. Any other questions?
Was there like a thing that happened to Kill the President off the first album, or was it just like you didn't want to deal with?
Yeah, I think we got questioned by, not me personally, but I think we got looked at by Secret Service. Yeah, and we just didn't want any hassles. Yeah, and Dexter was, I think, because we put it back out on his label, and he was just starting his label. He didn't want any blowback on any of the other artists on his label. So, yeah. Unfortunate. I think it's still, you can find it online. Yeah. That's another solo. I hate that solo in that song. It's like pointless. Wish I would have spent a little more time on that. I could make something better. Oh well. Anything else before we start taking photos?
Did you end up playing at CBGB's before it closed?
We did. Yeah. Right after Warped Tour 2005, we came back. We had already done New York, and we came back and played it to try to help keep it open. It was a benefit show. And we played with Theo and the Skyscrapers. That was Theo Kogan from the Lunatics, and kind of a new wave project she was doing, which was great. Anything Theo, anything any of those girls do. Gina's got her own side projects, great stuff as well. I wish I could have played there more. Actually, the band got to play once without me. I couldn't go on tour before Smash. Band got to play CBGB's without me. That sucked. I was still a janitor and I couldn't quit my job yet. Oh, man. Now I am a retired janitor. You guys want to do some photos? Jonah, how do you feel about taking some photos for some people? We'll let him come on up here.